Well, hi there, Capricorn. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Rafah, Straight Talking Tarot. So without further ado, let's have a look at what is happening for the energies in the sky that surrounds you at the moment, that's leading you into this moment as well as beyond. Okay, so it's not going to be also everyone's timing, but as much as, and of course, time is fluid. So this is really for the new moon in Scorpio, which is taking place on the 13th of November and beyond. Okay, so on the thumbnail, I have got your current energies, but it is also timeless. But if you are somebody actually catching this around the new moon, then that's the kind of energy time that I'm reading it. Anyhow, here we go. So you've got the Seven of Cups. It's interesting. Okay, somebody else got the Seven of Cups. I can't think when the signs, it's Libra, and got it in the same position as well, okay? And that was yesterday when I was doing the reading, so that's a few readings away. So again, you're in the situation, possibly different from, I would say, from Libra. What I'm picking up with you is that you are wondering who is going to emotionally fulfill you. Okay, I think there's been some emotional wishes that you've been putting on, or maybe you're actually wanting to cultivate on a better relationship with yourself or with others. And I'm picking up that there's something about you wanting to be emotionally fulfilled. Okay, and here you are, you're pondering, perhaps even procrastinating. And if you see, he's kind of having to guess which bowl shall I go for. And if you notice, each of these bowls are turned over and each of them will have something underneath it. All right, so let's just have a look at what's coming in for you. Other than that, I do feel that whatever it is, it's something that you've been actually maybe having to shed or release, or maybe something has suddenly happened, but it is going to take you to something more, whatever that could be. All right, let's have a look. Wow, okay, you've got a Tower card here. So this is the energy that some of you could be coming into. And I will say that that could be very possible, all right, especially if this is you're tuning into this around the new moon, because the new moon is in Scorpio. And of course, that's going to vary in each people's homes. But the Tower is the card of sudden action, sudden something happening that's unexpected, twists and turns. And in this particular card, you can see that it's actually like a thunder that's breaking down the tree, the form of the tree. So something that you're familiar is going to be broken down, and it could well happen as well, okay, very much in timely, because we also have Mars is the planet in Scorpio at the moment, and it is actually in Scorpio, which is a good thing. It likes being in Scorpio. It's one of its rulers for Scorpio, but it's opposite Uranus. And when Mars and Uranus go opposite each other, anything can happen, okay? Mars is actually an angry, quite a fiery sign, so you want to be careful you don't get into wrangle with somebody. It could also wake you up from some habits maybe that you have that's not conducive to you, and then something could happen, or maybe you have a realization, you might get a health scare. Something is going to show up that could actually really change the course of your life. Okay, let's have a look. You got two cards with this. All right, so I've got the Lovers here on the inverted. So I wonder if some of you are going to get into an argument with someone quite significant. Okay, it could be your partner, wife, husband. It could be a family member. It could be your business partner. It could be somebody of another person. Okay, I'm reading it this way because also it's on the inverted. All right, which means it could actually be something that's not going to work, what may seem as not in your favor. Perhaps you've been thinking about leaving a relationship, perhaps wondering if this is a good partnership, and you are sort of dilly-dallying because he's taking his time. He's not in a hurry here. He's got his finger in his mouth and he's kind of very calmly looking at the bowls and wondering what option to do, or maybe realizing that certain things have not been fulfilling. You're not being fulfilled in some area, and I feel that in some way that perhaps you or somebody else outside of you might create a situation that would actually implode or can possibly create a separation. But sometimes these things happen, all right, for us to actually really get to where we need to get to. So it's important that we don't hang on to what doesn't serve us, okay? Because sometimes as well, you could be in a relationship. This is for Capricorns, obviously. Anyone with a Capricorn element, like your North Node as well, Venus, your Moon, and your rising. as well as a sun sign. Sometimes you can stay, because Capricorn, you're a very earth sign, and you can be quite stubborn as well. Not so much like the Taurians, but you will, you can hold on to the structure of safety way past its sell-by date. Okay, and that could be also holding on to a relationship maybe that you think that somebody's going to be able to support you on when you're not really being supported. Maybe you think that somebody's going to be able to fix you. Maybe you think this job is going to fix you, or be able to give you the what do you call it? What's that word? Status. That you are. But I think deep down, coming up to this reading, that something is just not right and it's not been working for you. And either you're going to have enough and go boom, or life is going to do it for you. I'd really love to know your comments. Okay, so whatever happens, do not be afraid of what could be happening. All right, I've got the Seven of Swords here, so this could actually come. What's important with the Seven Swords is it's very sneaky. You could have a sneaky person that's actually going to maybe create a situation or problem for you as well. So be mindful, or somebody betrays you or stabs you in the back, okay? Then again, this person is definitely not being worth being with. So it could be somebody in a situation at work or some partnership. I hope it's not looking too dark in this room because it's suddenly gotten very dark here for me. But I will say that this is something that's been a long time coming, and maybe somebody who's been bad-mouthing you, and maybe you're actually going to have a situation where you feel that you're not going to tolerate it anymore and really bring it to light. Sometimes being a whistleblower as well, it's a good thing, but it could actually cost you your job. But again, when you are strong and firm and stand out from different people, maybe that people are really not working as they should, or maybe lying and betraying, and you make that kind of, you're aware that, you're noticing. What I'm picking up is you're wondering, is this the place for me to be? I keep on getting that. And I think you've got to be brutally honest, because the Seven of Swords, while it's an external possibility, we've got here two sevens, the Seven of Cups and the Seven of Swords. Okay, you're deliberating here, and here you could also be lying to yourself. Okay, this is about, if you look at the cups, they're all hidden. Okay, they're all hidden, and you're hiding from your truth, possibly. Okay, some Capricorns here, you're hiding what's pleasing you, what's satisfying you, or you just know deep down that there's a lot of emotional, like an energy leak, that when you're not satisfied, and you keep on kidding yourself that, oh, I'll just do it for another little time longer, or, I just, and the but. Okay, I have a feeling something could actually show up where maybe you might actually decide to pull the plug out, or or something is going to happen. So again, I'm not reading it for any individual. This is a general reading. So if it speaks to you, great. If not, maybe look at the other signs. That's going to be really much more helpful for you if it doesn't resonate, this reading. But obviously my intention is for the most accurate and insightful reading for you, Capricorns. Now, the final card on this spread, you've got 5 cards here. Generally there are 3, but then again, I go with the cards that do come out on the shuffle. Okay, and you've got here the King of Pentacles, a beautiful man. So I feel like in some way, despite this confusion, despite this possible foray of unexpected occurrence, you're going to come out the maturer person, or maybe there's some kind of wise guy in here that knows that you deserve more, that knows that you are actually filled with experience, and I'm getting this sort of deserve more, where things and people are loyal to you. Okay, this character is very mature, will take his time, and perhaps now that you recognize that it is time for you to cut your losses, it is time to walk away from situations, particularly those who are mentally disturbing you. All right, because it really can get to you, all right, and really start fulfilling some situation that is much more emotionally connected to you, because it really is important that you follow the truth of yourself. And then sometimes if we think the external, it could be a work situation or a friend, that could help us out or fix a situation up. Sometimes we actually do learn the hard way and find that the very thing that we were depending on or had relied upon or been told that would be safe, maybe a job, you thought you had the security of a job or some kind of loyalty through a friend, and that was betrayed. Okay, and now you're in a position where you're actually really thinking about what's really important and what's your values and what have you. But every time we go and think that somebody can actually support us, sometimes, lo and behold, the universe will do the total opposite. Okay, just so we can learn actually what we need to learn, and perhaps that's to be more trusting of ourselves, more intuitively in tune with ourselves. All right. Okay, but I do feel, I'm looking at the bottom of the deck now. Yeah, this is now a time. Oh my goodness. I'm looking at the bottom of the deck to do, oh Lord. And I'm just going to pull these cards out for you to see. All right, this is in the order. I think you'd definitely be walking away. Something has not been serving you, okay? These are, like I've got here, the Six of Swords, moving away from what's not helping you, okay? And I think some of you are definitely going to get betrayed, all right? Or some kind of emotional loss, some kind of situation, because I've got the Three of Swords here before the Six of Swords. This is definitely... But you have to be brave. You have to know this is happening for a reason, and maybe you're in a transition time as well. So take courage and have strength, because really this is to take you to a better financial place, something much more suited to you. And you know this. This is also Ace of Wands, but this particular Ace of Wands to me really reminds me of the intuition. Like, look, she's got a droplet. It's very light here, so you know she's got this sort of big drop that's right on her third eye. So it's trusting that you can see your way forward in due course as well, and nothing to fear, because you really have something much more that's conducive to you, much more that's going to be financially lucrative or supportive of you. Okay, sometimes you can earn a lot of money and feel really deprived, you know, because emotionally the job is sucking the hell out of you, and you're working for people who are like parasites. So it's not always about money, but so I think for also Nine of Pentacles is about getting the fulfillment, you know, in your work, in your life, in all the different elements of your life. You look at these coins here, and what's really nice, you've got the Nine of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups, and the Nine of Cups was the bottom of the deck card. So this is about you feeling liberated and really maybe going for what you love as well. So if you get a shove from the universe, literally like, you know, he or she is also just leaping off in ecstasy, but it could be actually a shove that the universe gives you from this tarot moment for some of you. Okay, just really recognize that this is happening for your own good, all right? And you have, you know, you're to trust, you know, get rid of any negative thinking that you might have, and just trust. Okay, I'm going to move on now to the Surrender deck. This card has come out almost on everybody's reading, and believe me, I'm going to use this camera because the one on the screen is just too, it's not working for me. Anyhow, this is about you playing. So if something was going to go belly up or wrong, I want you to not think too much about anything, okay? I want you to take the stance of the King of Wands here, King of Wands, King of Coins. He's very calm and collected, all right? He's not fearful. He's very relaxed. Take the relaxed stance, whatever's happening for you or could be happening, okay? And if anything, go out and play. Change your scenery, go traveling, do something different, go out of your usual life and just be playful in whatever is happening, okay? In fact, here, there's two cards here, Surrender to Passion, okay? You've got quite a few surrender decks, so I've taken them all. I feel like with the Nine of Cups here, with all the different cups, I want you, Capricorns, whoever's this is speaking to, that you're going to be going for a lot more, and I think you're going to really learn it now, that you need to put what you love first as part of your new pathway, all right? And if anything's happening for you to, you know, kind of readdressing the trajectory of your life, this is happening, like I said, for you, okay? And it says here, can we see? Let me see if I can turn this light up. Is that going to help? Nope, it's made it worse. All right, I'm so sorry about this. Okay, because it's kind of like evening time here. I'll just read it. It says here, get out of your head and fire in the belly, get into your belly, okay? Just check in with that fire in your belly. Focus on the people or activities that ignite your passion and let it flow. So very important here, okay? I think maybe you've lost a bit of that mojo as well with this Lovers card being in the inverted, because the Lovers to me is also about really sort of joining with people that you love, that is lovers as well, of course, you know, in the terms, but also really great people in your life. Here as well, okay? If you're arguing your case, surrender the need to be right. So I think let what needs to happen, okay? Try not to fight your corner, thinking that holding on to something, to the, you know, being stuck in a rut, or, you know, holding on to the established situation or the status quo, because I don't feel it's necessary. I'm just going to move this other one. Yeah, okay. So surrendering the need to be right. I think some of you, you know, especially with Mars in Scorpio with Uranus, again, there could be potential for combustion of people, arguments, that kind of stuff. If somebody has a go at you, just let them have it, okay? This is not about who's right, who's wrong. Just sometimes it just helps to resolve conflicts and to improve a situation when you come from a place of more compassion and no need to argue your case. I'm getting the feeling that some of you could have been holding on to something way past its sell-by date. So therefore, just if you feel hard done by a change of situation, let it happen. Try not to correct it, because you've got to trust the universe is recalibrating your path. All right. And more so importantly, because I think you've forgotten that you're actually really quite magical. All right. And I think sometimes that life just takes us into a path of drudgery, have to, I should do, and all that. You really forget who you are, and you get lost in all these different obligations, which is kind of like what the Seven of Cups to me also shows, that all these different bowls, and none of them's really feeding you because it's all upside down. All right, so you're kind of mulling over your past and your life. So this is really important here as well. So while you're also really kind of wanting to recognize the divine creature that you are, that you're a child of God, and there's so much magic that you can offer to the world, what you really need to surrender is this fear, okay? Which could be also the Seven of Swords here, the negative thinking, all right? Any of the swords particularly is to do with the mind, and maybe this is like the gremlin, the kind of like the person, which is your mind sort of having a go at you. If you look at the sort of raven in the bottom of the deck, where you're actually always talking negatively to yourself, that you actually start believing this truth, and you become so blinkered from the idea that you're actually much more and you have much more to offer. Okay, you want to get into this sort of maturity where you are full of experience, life's good, and and you have something to offer, and remain calm, and certainly do not buy into any fear about what could be happening or what might happen if you don't have this particular job, person, or situation, okay? The universe is moving you towards something that is much more right for you, and I really believe this according to your thing. And this is going to be an opportunity for you to cultivate on something that's much more you as well, okay? Don't forget to be playful and to go for something that really ignites your passion. Okay, I'm going to do one card here. Oops, this wanted to come out. Let's have a look here. Flames of desire, again, passion here, so again, maybe you're withholding going towards a person. We had the Lover's card in the inverted, and we've got also surrender to passion. This could be something about that really gets you excited, what really lights you up from the inside, that excites you, that moves you, that can even make you cry because you're so into it. All right, this is something, it says here, let them shine out in the radiant light and shun the dark paths. So it is really important for you to actually really start following the truth. All right, and this also fell out with it, which I'll take, and it's funny because when I was shuffling your cards, your first card just popped out. Okay, and that was a surrender to play. So I feel like this is an energy that you really need to tap into, a bit more dynamic, be really kind of passionate, get back to the excitement. Or some of you, maybe you're just very kind of jagged, or you're feeling something, you need to be doing something, but do go and find that thing that really makes you passionate, and that you really feel that will burn your kind of your inner cauldron. Okay, now here it says release your creative energies as well, make use of them in your life. I can think of one or two Capricorns actually as I do this reading that I know for a fact has been very in a stagnant situation for some time and has forgotten to be very in their kind of creativity. All right, again, this is to do with the play, so do go out and play, pick up an instrument. Maybe you used to play the guitar or a harp, or whatever it is for you. Sometimes we just need to be brave, bold, and don't have any expectations, especially with play. Okay, when you're playing, it is just that, but that will help to release your creative energy, all right? And then also make use of it, okay? And this is what the King of Pentacles also is. He knows how to use his talents. If you look closely, all right, there's a bookcase. So he's got all that he needs with him. He's cultivated on all his creativity, his thoughts, his ideas and stuff. And now it's time for you to do so as well. So just trust that whatever's within you, just by playing, you might actually be able to tap into what you know is very, very true for you. All right, Capricorns, I'm going to leave the reading here, I will leave you with the fact that you really need to surrender fear. Okay, so just let go of any thought forms, anything that's negative, be it your own or maybe even an external voice that comes out from your old programming or people around you who are not supportive of your dreams. I really encourage you to enlist your creative energy, start doing something that really kind of stokes your passion and your flames of desire, be it through and when we have that as well, we're actually really excited about life. We become very passionate creatures as well, and far more sexier, and very important to do that. Otherwise it just becomes very dull. So you really are getting a message here to surrender to passion and do things that you love. I do feel that in some way that you might get an eureka moment with a tarot card that's telling me that, okay, to go into your passion and do that. Otherwise, I do feel that the universe also potentially, with the alignment that we've got at the moment, can actually do that for you. So just surrender to what's happening and just trust that, that you're a magical human being and that you can and have what it is that you really desire in terms of your creative passions. I'm going to leave it here for you, Capricorn. Thank you for listening, for all the different people who are here, possibly through different placements of the Sun, Rising, Venus, and your North Node. Particularly, I'm really into North Nodes. So if your North Node is in Capricorn, in fact, I say this, if you have a North Node, and you should know it if you've got your chart, you can cast your chart in any of the free sites. Your North Node is your soul evolution, your path. So again, I find that by checking in with the sign that your North Node is in, that could also have a very I won't say accurate, but certainly a close message for you. Right, I'm going to catch you in my next video. Thanks for listening, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one in the new moon in Sagittarius. Bye for now. Bye.